Hey guys, how are we all? Welcome to My Way Tarot. This is going to be a general weekly love reading for the sign of Cancer. This can resonate with your sun, moon, rising or Venus sign. Now I could be reading for yourself or for your love interest, the one that's on your mind, so please use your own discernment and flip the roles to however this best resonates with your situation, but please do not make the story fit. So if the reading resonates or parts of the message resonate, then that's great. If it doesn't resonate, then it's simply not your message. So please take what you feel fits and leave the rest, guys. So we're using 3 decks of cards today. We're going to start off the reading with the Soul Journey Lessons Oracle. And then we're going to get into the Modern Witch Tarot. And then close off the reading with the Hidden Truth Oracle messages. So let's get into the reading. Angels of Love and Light, could you please have clear and concise messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus? What do they need to know in relation to love for this week, please and thank you. Just cutting up the deck for you now and then we'll get straight into the reading. I'm getting that song. Love, love, love. There's nothing you can do that can't be done. There's nothing you can do that can't be sung. Something along those lines. I believe it's from a film called Love Actually. I do love that film. It's a very old film. It's quite cheesy, very romantic. So you may like this film, but I'm not sure about the song. But that's the song that came through. Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Oh my gosh, love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Wow, how amazing was that, guys? Oh, I love it when that happens. And I was just like, there's a message. Love, love, love. Yeah, wow. Doubt. I release the need to know all the answers and relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Interesting. Let me just faff with the cards and bring them up so you've got more space on the table for the reading. Card underneath that is honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Wow, okay. Yeah, this person does have love for you. And I was getting that scene in Love Actually, that, you know, where there's the surprise at the wedding, and the kind of people kind of pop out of the pews, as it were, and start singing and playing instruments. So I feel like there's this person who's a bit of a romantic at heart, and they visualise what it would be like for you both to get married or on the wedding day, or to be able to surprise you in some sort. Not necessarily with a marriage or with a proposal, but just to be able to see the look on your face over something that they've kind of planned for you. Yeah. I feel like this person wants to move your connection from a friendship into a love relationship. I feel like this person doesn't want to be like just a friend to you, or a friend with benefits, or have anything casual. I really do believe this person wants something so much more, something deeper. Like, I feel like this person may have had more casual relationships in the past, but I feel like that's something they're getting out of. Like, they are thinking long term. They want something solid in their life. And I feel like this person is getting more open and receptive to the idea of an equal give and take relationship, so that they have someone that is going to be there for them in their life just as much as they can be there for someone in your life, or in their life, or however this resonates. I feel like you both have had some sort of insecurities or doubts or anxieties or fears in relation to your relationship, because it could have been complicated, guys. You may have been having sleepless nights, a bit unsure about whether this was going to progress forward, you know, whether it was going to amount to anything, whether it was going to develop in anything. But I feel like I'm getting the strong sense of like self-love here, and self-care and self-respect. And I feel like predominantly you may have had a very difficult time where you've had to overcome a lot in your life, and you've definitely gone through a lot of challenges. And what you have managed to kind of find out for yourself is that, yes, it would be the icing on the cake to be able to have this sense of true love with someone else, but it's finding that true love within oneself. and you found the sense of love within yourself, or you're getting close to doing that, and you're being kinder to yourself. You're being more of a friend to yourself. I'm getting more of a friend than a foe to yourself, and you're having a better relationship with yourself, and kind of pushing away the doubts, just going, look, we have them, it's not like we're going to have the perfect kind of mindset and everything is going to be a particular way all the time. Life's a roller coaster, and we have our, little kind of hiccups now and again. But it's the sense of, yes, you may acknowledge that certain things may come up in your mind now and again, but it's not like to give it the prime focus. The prime focus of you is to be accepting of yourself. And because you are doing of this, I feel like your person is looking at you in awe, and they're like, that's the type of person I would love to have in my life. And not just necessarily just as a friendship. I wonder what it would be like to have a relationship with this person. They seem to really, have everything going on for them. There's the pure recognition that, you've been in a darker place, but you haven't let that kind of deter you from wanting to become better within yourself and to push on forward. It's like having the sense of acceptance of oneself, but then kind of knowing that we can always improve, but not to the point where it means that we have to prove ourselves because we're not worthy of something or someone. You have had this stronger opinion of yourself that, yes, I am deserving of love. Yes, I am worthy of love. Yes, I am deserving of someone who is going to treat me the way that I would like to be treated in an equal measure. Someone who sees my own value and worth as much as I see it within myself. And I feel like for a while, you might have kind of settled in with other relationships or connections or friendships in the past. And that could have caused a lot of confusion about where you were at and what you were wanting in relation to love. But I feel that because you've taken the time to step back and really analyse certain things about yourself, you've got to the root of the problem, and I feel like you're blossoming. Like, I see here, like with this circle, we have these other circles inside, and we have this flower here. Like, you are blooming, like you are growing. And I'm even getting the sense of, like, I know this isn't a lotus flower, but I'm getting a lotus flower because, we have this sense of green here, right? And obviously, lotus flowers, they grow and they are like on the water. So I'm getting that kind of lily pad and kind of lotus flower. That's what I'm picking up on. It might be worth looking into the lotus flower. But the lotus flower has to go through a lot in their life in order to be able to bloom and get to this point. And I'm also getting the sense that we have this kind of whiter circle in the middle, and I'm getting reminded of a pearl, and every pearl is unique. And I feel like you're not necessarily comparing yourself to anyone else or anything else anymore. You're looking, into a bit more about what makes you special. And as I looked up on the clock here, because I have my timer set a little bit differently from my phone, and it said 9:19 on the clock. So you could be seeing lots of ones or you could be seeing lots of nines, but 9:19 may be something that you could be looking into. But I feel the strong sense that your person does love you, and I feel like you love them as well, and you would like to kind of see where this goes. I feel like you would be very good for one another, but of course, you're just going to have to sit and talk with each other and, eradicate the fears I'm getting, talk it out, because it can be daunting, but I feel like you're both wanting of the same thing, like you're both wanting to be on the same path with each other and kind of progress, and, you're having this recognition that, this person is in your life for a reason. You understand they're in your life for a reason, and yes, there may have been a disconnect, yes, there may have been a hiccup in the past, but that was most likely for a reason. And if this person and you in the past had the hiccup and then you've been in separation and there hasn't been the sense of wanting to get back together again, then potentially that was it. That was the kind of stint, as it were, like that was the connection and that's that. But then for some of you, it may have been, well, how come I'm still thinking of this person? How come they are not disconnecting from me properly? How come I feel them energetically? How come this and that and the third? And it's like then looking at it going, okay, is this person just in my life for a season, as it were, for a cycle in my life, or are they meant to be here for the long haul? And the way with the cards that they came out and that song coming through, this person wants to be with you in the long haul. I looked up at the clock and I saw 11:11 just now, so you could be seeing that. So I feel the 111 or the 11:11. So I feel a very strong soulmate connection here, guys. A high level soulmate, maybe even a past life connection or someone that you have a lot of history with. And I'm even getting twin flames as well, divine counterparts, divine masculine, divine feminine, if that is something that you kind of you resonate with. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a few cards and we're going to look into this a little bit further and see what we can get for you. Look, broke up the deck. That was already at the bottom of the deck here with the Death card and the Chariot. There's your energy, Cancer. So, like, this person is wanting to rebirth the connection with you and come forward towards you. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, or you have this strongly in your chart. Okay? This person and you may have thought it was over at one point, but I feel like it's not over. Some of you, it may have been from the past and that was it. Or maybe this person is wanting to come back to discuss with you about, you know, what happened before, just so that you get the sense of closure in your life about whether to move on forward with this person, and you kind of have that knowing of, yeah, that was meant to be for back then, it didn't work out because of this reason, and then they could be coming back around as another reason for, like, oh, actually, you're meant to have more with this person. So some of you, it's going to be different depending, but you're going to be confident about whatever it is that you're deciding to go for, because you are highly attractive as of right now. Look, I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. So sitting in this kind of queen energy, even, you know, I'm reading energy rather than gender or sex here, guys. You're sitting there kind of knowing that you are attracting in people who are only going to be for your benefit. And if anybody comes back in your life and, you know, you're not meant to have anything more with this person, they're coming back to give you that sense of closure if you didn't necessarily receive it. And I feel like this could be a kind of like a gift here. Potentially your spirit guides may be kind of letting you guys know this person's going to come back around, so it kind of eases whatever doubts or you may have in your mind, so that you can move on forward in the energy of love, in knowing that it's in a sense safe for you to kind of carry on doing what you're doing, or to move on to a new relationship, close the book on this last chapter, or for you to kind of, you know, bin the book from the past and rewrite a new one with this person. That's what I'm getting. But whatever is going to end up happening is really going to help with the sense of confidence within yourself, so that, you know, you're ready for the next new start. You're ready for the new beginning in your life. Okay? So what can we get here, please, for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? I hope that that kind of made sense, guys. So obviously, please just take me for resonates and leave the rest. What can we get here for Cancer, please, and thank you. The Hermit. Wow. This is so fascinating, because I did the Pisces reading earlier, the one before you guys. And the Hermit was the first card that came out, but it came out reversal. So you could be dealing with a Pisces or maybe even a Virgo here, guys. You have very much been on your own for quite some time, or your person is getting guided to be on their own. So it's, in a sense, you both have been told, look, you're needing to take the time to heal, to go within, to find the sense of self-love for oneself, you know, detach yourselves from any kind of romantic connections for a little bit of time, kind of do a bit of cleansing, a bit of purging, kind of cutting any potential karmic ties that there may have been to, you know, other people, etc. And just feeling a little bit lighter within oneself. But you're both having to learn from difficult experiences from the past, but it's allowing you both to be wiser from the occasion and kind of be more knowledgeable about love and relationships and what you are wanting in relation to a love connection. Yeah, there's definitely been a strong sense of healing that's been necessary. And that's so interesting because I've been shuffling and shuffling the cards, and that was the card that came out next door to it here with the Four of Swords in reverse in this Pisces reading that I'd done, which is really fascinating because I have done loads of shuffling. So I feel like there is a very strong Pisces Cancer kind of connection here as well, guys. I feel like your love interest is potentially being celibate as of right now. You have, you know, the love department may have been a little bit stale, a little bit like, you know, when are things really going to turn around in my favour? But I feel like whatever has or hasn't been happening in relation to love, it's actually been of a huge benefit for you. It could actually have helped you a lot to get more in tune with your emotions, with your spirituality. I'm getting a sense of being more selective in relation to friends here, about who's going to be allowed to be in your energy a little bit more and who isn't, who's helping you, who's hindering you. I feel like you're very much protecting yourself as of right now, and I feel like your love interest is doing exactly the same. Potentially you've already gone through a spiritual awakening or the dark night of the soul. You may have recently gone through another ascension, or you are very much kind of tapping in, as it were, with certain, I'm getting gifts for some reason, certain gifts that you may have. You're definitely awakening to something else that may have been laying dormant within you. And so you've needed to take the time to meditate, I'm getting, and soul search and do a bit of healing. I'm getting praying as well for some reason for some of you. That's maybe something you've been asking for, some sort of spiritual guidance, and you're getting it, or you will be getting it soon. Or maybe, you know, just flip this around. This could be all in relation to your person as well. That's so random. What just came to my mind was, what's this? What's this? Da 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 da. Like Nightmare Before Christmas with Jack Skellington. Jack Skellington, yeah. And he's in Halloween Town or whatever it was, or Halloween World or whatever it is, and then he goes to Christmas Town and he feels snow for the first time. He goes, what's this? What's this? Da 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 da. And it's like this person, like if you're already in spirituality or what have you, this person, your love interest is going, what's this? Like, as in relation to spirituality, they may be coming into it going, oh my gosh, there's this whole other world, this whole other unseen that they're kind of tapping into, and it may be a little bit like overwhelming for them, and they're now starting to understand in the spiritual context as to why you're in their life, and that maybe you're not just a friend, that you're meant to be a love as well, if you get what I mean. I know that sounded really weird, but that's what was coming through. So when I was sitting here going, what's this? And I was like, does anyone else is going to get this? I hope that they are. But now this person can't stop watching you, because they're starting to I'm hearing, get it. They're starting to get it. They're starting to get it. Why you have the contract with each other, the soul contract. Wow. Guys, this is deep. I mean, I wouldn't really expect anything less from you guys, but yeah, I shuffled the cards and we got Page of Swords again. I'm getting the sense that potentially this person's keeping tabs on you as much as you're keeping tabs on them, but you're not communicating. So I'm getting the sense that either online or tarot readings, that's what I'm getting. This person may be discovering what tarot is. What's this? Da, 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 da. How funny. Maybe they're embarking on a new career, or you are, in relation to your spirituality. Oh, I'm getting, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So maybe you've been a student for a little while and now you're getting into a sense of mastery with whatever it is that you're doing. And now your person is becoming like a student themselves. Maybe they're learning through you. If you are doing something online that is known, you may have been in hiding for a little while, keeping yourself to yourself, and maybe you're getting ready to put yourself out there. I'm getting let the world see you. Wow. Let the world see you. Maybe this person wants to see you as well. Maybe they will now want to feel like they want to be seen. I'm getting, I want to do what you do. Wow, guys. They feel like the connection between you and them isn't over though, with the world in reverse. But they may not necessarily fully transitioned out of something else from their past in order to come forward towards you as of yet, but they've been reflecting on your connection for a little while. You've waited a long time for all of this. You've been very, very patient, guys. You've been very patient with that Hermit and the Seven of Pentacles. I mean, yeah, it's taken a long time to get to this point. Oh, I totally feel you guys. Yeah. Okay, what can we get here, please? I don't know why I'm getting that, but I'm getting a tap. And you know, like you get a leaky tap and it just kind of goes drip. Drip. Drip, that type of thing. And you're just like, oh, just stop me. Like you're getting frustrated, like stop making that noise. Maybe you've got leaky taps, I don't know. in the house or something. Oh, God knows. But I don't know, I'm just getting that for some reason. So it could be, at first, the little things used to really kind of get to you, and now you look at things differently. It's like not to sweat the small stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for some reason. Anyway, don't mind me. I'll just carry on. What else can we get for Cancer, please, in relation to this love reading? Cancer, please. Do you want me to shuffle again? Oh, look at this. Hermit mode. They've gone quiet now. They've gone shy. I'm getting you told them too much. Look at that with the Six of Cups. You definitely have a spiritual connection with this person. You have a strong, most likely past life connection, a soul tie with them. This is someone who can't stop thinking about you. And I feel like this is the pure motivation for this person to go through all of this. Obviously, they're most likely needing to go through all of this anyway, but the connection with you is so strong. They feel like they are, in a sense, forced to do it because they want to be with you. But not necessarily because they're forced because it's something they don't want to do. They want to do it, but they now know that they can't necessarily avoid the connection between the two of you. It's like, so they have to kind of, you know, get their acting gear. They have to look at themselves. I'm getting, if this is what you want, then you know what you got to do. That's what I'm getting. I don't know what I'm getting that. Yes, master. Yes, master. Anything you say. What's for Cancer? Five of Cups. Yeah, this person, look. This person has been forced, most likely in some sort of way, to go and do the work because they'll miss out on the friendship with you. On the love with you. On the relationship, the connection, whatever, with you. If they don't do this. Oh my gosh, guys, I didn't even see that. Two of Cups, Two of Cups. The Two of Cups here. This person loves you. They're like, look, if you want to have this friendship, if you want this solid connection in your life, if you want to have the long-term commitment, if you want the spiritual soul connection with this person, if you want the sense of unconditional love and true love, then you know what you got to do. You know what you got to do. You know what you got to do. You got to prioritise your life. Is it going to be, we're going to carry on doing what we did before and look into the material world, okay, and put spirituality and emotions, etc. at a lower priority? Or are we going to change that round a little bit? You're going to be up in your head about it, but it's down to you. The decision is yours. You can either go for love or you can go for the material. What is it that you want to do? And your love interest is going, well, obviously now, after all the ish I've been through, I want to go for the love. I want the friendship. I want the solid person in my life. I don't want to feel like I'm missing out. This person is having, you know, a lot that they're needing to deal with right now, or they have dealt with in relation to the connection. They've got regrets. getting the now the end is near, of which I'm certain, the final curtain or something. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. The show's over. This person's worried that the show is over between the two of you, that that you've closed the curtain on this connection, or that the curtain will be closed on this connection, and that they won't be able to open the curtain again unless they kind of get it together. And they're stressed about this with the Nine of Swords. Whew. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, look, they're having to take stock of their life. What do you want? Potentially this person was looking at what they had and they weren't fully grateful for what they had in relation to the connection with you. They may have juggled you, or they didn't necessarily prioritise you in the connection before, and now they've been in a sense of lack or scarcity in their life, and they've been contemplating to themselves, well, how come it seems that I look like I have everything, I look like I'm in a position where everything's all right in my life, but why do I feel like there's something still missing? So this person wants to come back in and they want to show their loyalty to you here with the Page of Pentacles. They want to do right by you. They want to give you of their time, their energy and their resources. They want to give you of a gift. They want you and them to get away together here with the Six of Swords. They are being guided, angelically guided here, to calm the waters with you, to make peace with you, to, I'm getting build an alliance with you. They're getting assistance, which is allowing them to come forward and put in their kind of, their 2 pence, as it were, in relation to this connection, and see if you can water it, you can grow it, you can look after it and each other. But this person is hoping that you, that someone special in their life, is still potentially going to be there when they have kind of got through whatever ish that they need to get through. I feel like it's been a long time for this person to do this, or they're just in a sense closing it out. But it's been a necessity, I'm getting, a necessity. This person just wants a simpler life now. They may have had a lot going on. I'm getting a lot of balls up in the air for some reason. They've had to juggle a lot, been very overwhelmed. They may have been, you know, dealing with a lot of work demands, etc. Priorities in relation to their life or to their children or their family or whoever. And I feel like they may have even lost out in relation to money, or potentially they lost out in relation to certain friends or people in their life who they thought that they could trust, but they've stabbed them in the back in some sort of way. And I feel like your person is now seeing you in such a different way that I'm getting true blue for some reason. True blue. You are true in their life. They're going to pour their heart out to you, I believe. Yeah, because they love you here with the Two of Cups. You're going to most likely pour your hearts out towards each other because there's the love there. But this person feels like they can't talk to you right now with the Eight of Wands in reverse. They've got probably a lot going on in their life right now, as I was saying. They're needing to isolate themselves in somewhat. Potentially they're waiting to get a victory in their career in some sort of way. They're trying to protect their energy. This person wants to fight for the connection with you, and that's the truth. They're getting ready to come forward and speak of their truth, that they want it all with you. I'm getting, I want it all, and I want it now. That's what I'm getting. Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. This is it. They want it all with you. With the Ace of Pentacles, guys, I mean, I can't make it up, can I? They want the new beginning, the tangible beginning with you. They want the solid, stable, long-term connection, relationship, moving in together, living together, the buying a house together, the family together, the pets together, you know, building an empire, the legacy. I'm getting building a business together. I'm getting publishing, something to do with publishing, putting you guys, yourselves out there. I'm getting dream team. This person recognizes the connection between the two of you, and they're now getting off of the fence. As in, they are making a move now. This person wasn't making a move, but they are making a move now. Now they want to work together with you. What can we get here, please, for Cancer? This person may feel relatively lonely without you in their life. They're definitely recognising your absence. Yeah, Four of Wands in reverse. This person is hoping and praying and wishing that you will eventually have your union or reunion or reconciliation here, and it's most likely going to come, but it will come at a later date when the timing is ready, where there's the greater sense of alignment between the two of you in divine timing here. So I feel like I'm talking to two people of very strong soulmate connection, but whoever else they've been dealing with in their life, there's been a lot of insecurities around that situation. I feel like your person may have had to relocate, they've had to sell other property, and they know that they're having to do all of this and potentially lose out on some sort of money if they are to be able to have anything more with you, and what their dream would be would to have something more solid with you. But this person is feeling a bit insecure about whether you're going to go for it with them, or if you're going to kind of ponder over this love. Are you going to be turning your nose up of it? Are you going to be interested in it? Are you going to go in a different direction? Is it something that you can kind of see yourself doing? Yeah, this person views you as their dream come true. It would be an ultimate dream for you both to get together. For you both, I'm feeling, for a lot of you. This person, if they didn't make your connection a priority, they want to put it in the spotlight now. But they see you doing very well for yourself, and you're not necessarily needing of the stability with them as of right now, because you're not codependent. So I'm getting the sense that this person just wants to be in your life, and they want to be living free with you. But they're feeling sad right now here with the Two of Cups in reverse, because they want this love and connection with you, but they are missing of your friendship. They want someone who's going to be loyal to them in their life, and I feel like they are not seeing eye to eye with someone else, whoever they're dealing with, a karmic partner, a karmic ex most likely, or a difficult third party, you know, challenging situation in the home, or to do with their work, or to do with their finances, or etc. And it's been very challenging. Maybe for a long time they felt like the sense of doubt that you guys wouldn't get together. I'm getting lots of messages, but they want the new beginning here with the Ace of Pentacles. They want to invest in the connection with you. They want to put in the work. I want to show you. One more please for Cancer. Ten of Wands. Yeah, this person's burdened. This person is burdened because they've got other responsibilities and obligations, etc., other ish that they're needing to carry as of right now, and they really don't want to be carrying it. But they're putting a lot of hard graft as of right now with whatever they're doing, and it's like they don't want to necessarily acknowledge the situation that they're currently in, that they find themselves most likely. But soon enough, they're going to have to lift up their head and see everything for what it truly is, and then detach and recognise that, you know, whatever they have been dealing with in the past wasn't necessarily meant to work out. And they have been a bit unsure about, well, why didn't this necessarily work out? And it wasn't meant to work out. And I feel like your love interest, you and this person, have definitely gone on a very long, kind of arduous soul cycle with this person, and it's been very challenging. Yeah. This person was most likely lying to themselves here with the King of Swords, that they were dealing with a situation that was meant to be for them. So they just kept on kind of ploughing all this time, this effort and energy into something that they thought was going to be successful, and it really wasn't. It was, I'm getting shattered ego. It really did dent their ego and knock off their confidence here, guys. King of Swords and then the Devil. Wow, guys. I mean, I can't really make it up, can I? Capricorn energy, and then the Nine of Cups. I'm getting the sense here, look at that, with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. They felt very much tied in and enslaved with most likely a karmic partner or a karmic ex, or an illegal contract of sorts, okay? And I feel like they were dealing with someone who was relatively selfish here, and they may have lost out a lot financially. And they've had to learn a very difficult, challenging karmic cycle, and they could have been dealing with someone who was very cold, very cutting with their words, insulting, someone who was most likely manipulating them or lying to them, someone who was deceitful, someone who was potentially unfaithful. I'm getting someone who was a bit like, well, I'm all right, mate, so I've got what I've got, so... I mean, like this karmic partner, the karmic ex, was like, well, I've got mine and everything seems all right in my world. I mean, I've got my sense of stability. Yeah, things could be better emotionally, but I mean, you know, I can take it or leave it. I mean, I'm in a sense emotionally fulfilled because I've got everything that I need in a sense of security, and I get to kind of, you know, live how I want to live, but not really have to work for it. I don't have to work for it, and I can just lie and pretend to my person that I have this emotional fulfillment for them and I love them and I care for them, when really, in a sense, I don't deep down. That's what I'm getting. And your love interest has had to learn a very difficult lesson because most likely they've been taken advantage of or walked on by someone else, and whoever they've been dealing with has been incredibly high maintenance as well. Someone who has been very selfish. I'm getting green-eyed monster, so someone who is easily jealous. I'm also getting someone who very materialistic here with that devil and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. It's like they're like someone who wants to show off of everything that they've got in relation to their material things, and what they seem to get or what they've seemed to got or whatever, without having to do the work for any of it. Like they, like in a sense, bragging about what they've got and how that, you know, someone who's a bit stuck up. That's what I'm getting. Someone who feels like they're better than everyone else. And I feel like your love interest did actually put a lot of time and effort and energy and everything else into whoever they were dealing with, and they've had to learn a very, very hard lesson here. Very hard lesson in relation to a karmic contract of sorts, and so now they are getting ready to close all of this out so that they can come forward towards you. And I feel like they're nearly at the finish line here, guys. It's like they can see it in sight. Maybe you can't see it, that they're at the finish line as of yet, because they have potentially not spoken up to you about what's been going on, but you intuitively feel on a soul level that you know that they're finishing something off, but they're not quite there as of yet, if you know what I mean. But this person was very much more in their headspace rather than their heart space, and they would overanalyze as of everything rather than kind of following of their intuition and what makes them feel good. My throat just went then. Bear with me one sec. Yeah, this person wasn't a very good communicator. I'm getting a sense of potentially being bullied or intimidated or fear-stricken for some reason wants to come through. Fear-stricken. Stricken by fear. Threatened in some sort of way. Whoever they were dealing with in this other relationship, this karmic partner, the karmic ex, was power-hungry. They were power-hungry, and they most likely, you know, got with your person before because of reputation and status and finances. I'm getting meal ticket for some reason. This person may have thought that they were a meal ticket. I'm getting the sense that even if they ended up having children with this person, they didn't necessarily want the children with your love interest, but they would have their stability. They would have a sense, a home or a house, but it wouldn't really feel like a home. And maybe your love interest found of this out, and it was very debilitating because they feel like they've wasted a lot, but they haven't. They've just had to go through a very difficult karmic lesson. That's what I'm getting. But anyway, lots of messages coming through, and as I say with every reading, please only take what you feel resonates and leave the rest, as this is a general reading, okay guys? So we're going to close off here with the Hidden Truth Oracle messages and see what we can get for you. Now, this could be if you've had no contact, little contact, or if you are in communication with your person, then it could be a little bit sporadic. These kind of truth messages are like what your love interest would like to say to you or what you would like to say to them, as we do have cross watchers here, guys. You're very welcome. Everything you need to know about myself and the channel is in the description box below. And also, if you did fancy supporting myself and the channel, there is a donation link now available. So thank you so much to those of you who've already donated. I greatly appreciate you. And even if you do not financially donate, that's absolutely fine. A great way to energetically donate is to like, share, subscribe and comment down below, and I greatly appreciate you. Wow, my throat just got kind of blocked up there, so I feel like your person is just really struggling to open up about what it is that they want in relation to the connection with you and what they want with whoever they're dealing with. That they want to end it if they haven't ended it already. I just looked up the clock earlier as I was going through my kind of next bit, and I saw 41:14 on the clock. So you could have been seeing those numbers recently. And then I saw 41:44. So 144 as well. So lots of ones and lots of fours. That could be a message for someone. I definitely feel like there's a major awakening here and a closing of a very difficult cycle. I am so attracted to you. Yeah, this person is very attracted to you. It's difficult because now, with whatever has happened in the past, with some of you, you will not be interested in going any further with this person because there may have been some sort of disruption in the connection which could have left you guys with some sort of trust issues. But I feel that for some of you, you've been working through these particular issues. You feel there's a deeper connection, and then there's a sense of, when this person comes back around, there's a sense of being cautious, not kind of rushing into of anything, just taking things slowly with each other. What else, please, and thank you. I'm getting the sense that either you or your love interest have been dealing with a very difficult boss figure or authority figure in your life, or your person's life. I'm getting a toxic boss, or not enjoying like working where you're working, or your person. Yeah, office politics. I'm getting office politics, all that BS. Right, thank you. Oh, 2 come out. I wish I could share my good news with you. I'm becoming a better person. Wow. Well, we know that they're really doing what they need to as of right now. They're putting their back into it now after a long time where they probably weren't. But they're definitely looking at their past actions and kind of wishing that they had put in the effort down before because they're dealing with this. But they were not meant to be putting in the effort before. Otherwise they wouldn't be receiving the lesson that they are now receiving. I am not available. Yeah, this person's not available as of right now because they're in hermit mode most likely. But they will soon be getting out of it, I believe, to share the good news with you that they have relocated, they've moved on, and that they have eventually dropped the burdens of whatever they've heavily invested in, and they've been working through whatever issues they've been dealing with in relation to their emotions or their finances or their career or their family situation or what have you. I'm getting one more, please. I feel you even though we are apart. Yeah, so I feel like you guys have a very strong soul connection. I will wait for a sign from you. I want to tell you how I feel, and we need to let each other go. We both know I'm not the one for you. So yeah, the message I'm getting with this, we both know I'm not the one for you and we need to let each other go. Your love interest could have been having some sort of harsh words with this karmic partner or the karmic ex or this difficult third party, toxic, unhealthy situation that they've been dealing with, and said, look, I need to move on. I need to let go. It's all been too much. It's overwhelming me. I'm trying to become a better person in my life. And, you know, a part of this, not necessarily trying to be rude or anything, but I feel that it's necessity, it's time that we close off whatever this has been and kind of go our separate ways, go in a different path, because I feel like your love interest doesn't necessarily resonate with whatever they've been dealing with anymore, and they want to have a new beginning. Maybe they've been waiting for a sign from you, so that they can feel like it's the right thing to do to eventually close out what they need to, because you're in a better space, and seeing you in a better space is kind of like being an inspiration for this person to then close out and do the same. You could be becoming a better person. You feel them when you are apart with each other, and you do have good news, but you feel that maybe you can't necessarily communicate your good news about what's going on in your life in relation to your career or your finances or your investments or anything else, or to do with your home. You may be moving or traveling or something. It's like, oh, I would really love to kind of talk to this person because, you know, I feel this friendship with them, I miss them, I wish I could just, you know, look at them and tell them what's going on in my life. But you know, at the same time, you're needing to stay retreated from them as of right now, as they are also needing to retreat from you. But you're both wanting to be able just to experience that sense of, you know, that love and that care and that friendship with one another for most of you. But also what I'm getting is the sense of, you know, this person is going into hermit mode, or they've been in hermit mode for quite some time, and they're asking the universe, look, I'll wait for a sign from you. When is it a good idea to reach out to my person and say that I've eventually dropped of this old situation that I've invested in? When can I tell them, you know, how I feel about them, and that I feel them on a deeper, more soul level, and that I am working to be a better person, and, you know, get over the sense of insecurities and doubts that at one point I thought that I wasn't enough for my person, but actually I am. But yeah, that's what I'm getting, guys. That's all the messages that are coming through. I feel like that was it then. So anyway, wow, interesting reading. There was a lot that came through, and I hope you guys were managing to be able to follow with whatever it was that I'm saying, because sometimes it just, you know, word vomit all kind of like comes out with the messages. So thank you for your patience. I greatly appreciate you guys. But anyway, yes, so I hope there were some messages that resonated, a few messages, if not the whole reading. I hope you have enjoyed this reading as much as I've enjoyed reading for you today. If you did enjoy this reading, please hit that thumbs up, as it makes a massive difference with the channel, and it really, really does help get the messages out there to people who may need to see them at this time. So I do really appreciate you guys for doing that. It does mean a lot to me, so thank you. I hope you have a wonderful week and enjoy the rest of May, and I will be with you shortly for the new readings for June. So thank you, take care, and we'll speak to you very soon. Bye now.